Hello, welcome to Power Jam. I am excited to have you all with us. As you know, I am Tracy, your team manager. Today we begin our Power Jam. There are 12 to 13 of us attending and participating. So I want you to imagine the growth that this can lead to in your personal business and what this is going to do for you as a Jamboree consultant over the next few weeks. This is going to be an awesome 4 weeks together with me as your coach and teammate running alongside you, because I've never done Power Jam, so I'll be doing it along with you, all the assignments. It's going to be a time for victories, a time to push through some walls, and a time to use your passion to see what can happen. So what can expect? The 411 on Power Jam. There are 4 weekly conference calls. Our calls are going to be pre-recorded. We are not going to have weekly calls that we check in on. I'm just going to be recording PowerPoints because, frankly, I can't find a time to do this live and expect you to come too. So weekly assignments will need to be completed to move on to the next class. This program expects accountability, no exceptions. So the assignment is going to be a to-do list. It's designed to bring confidence to you and give you direction. It's all about accountability, which later will lead to success. Once your homework is checked, you'll receive the entry into the next training for the next week. And we also have a daily vitamin that'll be available 6 days a week. This is going to be a number you can call into to hear kind of uplifting, motivating messages. There'll be really quick little snippets. They'll kind of get your day started with some inspiration. And also we have our private Facebook group, Power Jam group, that you can connect to other consultants. It's going to be exciting to have 9 other teams of women that are going through this, and we can chat back and forth about ideas and share, and definitely have many, many heads participating to get more information into your head. The last is a graduation call with Rochelle. Rochelle Cornish is our executive over all of our teams. And if you haven't met Rochelle or heard any of her videos, she's fantastic. She is making about $40,000 to $50,000 a month in Jamboree. She's only been in Jamboree for a couple years, so I think we could all agree that we can learn something from Miss Rochelle. People fail forward to success. Again, this program is 4 weeks long. You're set up for success. You'll have assignments, the Facebook group, the daily vitamin, and contact from me as your coach, and we're all cheering you on. But not everyone is going to make it to the next call. Life is going to happen. Things are going to come up, and we understand. Successful people have failed. You may too. Let's check out some of those successful peeps. Oh, my favorite, J.K. Rowling. If you haven't watched the J.K. Rowling Lifetime movie, you need to check it out. It's very good. Just so you know about Miss J.K. Rowling, her story is amazing. She was basically on welfare before she wrote Harry Potter. She wrote it in a pub on a sheet of paper. Failing forward to success. She was at a point where she thought her life was failing. She moved forward, picked herself up. How about my favorite basketball player, Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team, believe it or not. He missed more than 9,000 shots in his career and lost over 300 games, and on 26 occasions he was trusted with the game-winning shot that he missed. But I don't think anyone that's in their right mind could say Michael Jordan was a failure, but he failed forward for those moments that were difficult. So some things we need to know about everybody joining in this together. We're going to do better running with this as a team. When you start exercise, a lot of people get a running buddy. Well, we are going to Power Jam buddies, because we're going to keep each other accountable and help each other be hopeful and have the right mindset to do well in this business. And with that, let's talk about our future in the next 4 weeks and what you can expect. So today we're going to be talking about the most important thing, I think, in your business, which is attitude, your why, and setting some goals. In the next weeks, we're going to discuss what kind of personality style you have, how you connect with people, emotional training, and people management, because this is really a people business. Yes, we sell things, but they are buying from you, and you need to have those skills, those people skills. And if it's not an area of strength for you, you can grow in that during this 4 weeks. Next piece you can do is keeping a journal. Is anybody a journal keeper now? I can tell you I have a couple, and I'm not much of a writer on them. But I do use spiral notebooks for all of my to-do lists and things. But this is also not just to-do lists and action items. This is going to be reflecting time too. So if you're not a natural reflector, that's okay. What you're just going to do is write down your thoughts and experiences related to all of these training pieces. So you can start taking notes now if you have pen and paper, because our first piece is on attitude. Attitude is everything. We're going to be talking about tips to embrace and improve your attitude if it isn't where it needs to be. If you're not the Pollyanna natural type and you're more of what you would consider a realist, this is going to be perfect for you. All right, some tips to embrace and improve your attitude. You determine your own reality. You have the power to change it. Oprah Winfrey was told as a young professional that she would not be successful. She said, "I don't think of myself as the poor, deprived ghetto girl who made good. I think of myself as somebody who from an early age knew I was responsible for myself and I had to make good." Wonderful way to look at life. Start the day on a positive note. So do whatever works for you to be positive, whether it's prayer, meditating, reading something uplifting, listening to something uplifting, but do what you need to do to get your brain on a good mindset to start your day. Learning how to start your day strong is an important concept in success training. And I don't know about you, but most people don't wake out of bed jumping, ready to make things happen. You have to train your brain to work that way and train your body to get up and get going. Exercise is a great way to motivate and feel great. Get those good natural endorphins running, and it will help your brain think good thoughts. Find something that works for you. Don't start off with, doing insanity workout, because that might make you insane. So some yoga, some walking. Do something that is fun for you. Maybe it's swimming, maybe it's playing basketball. Use motivating books, audio, and video to overlay your brain with positivity. So I can tell you that I am not a news watcher. I don't like the news. I think the news is depressing. And generally, I think TV is generally a waste of time. So if you have hours and hours and hours a week you're watching TV, I will tell you have hours and hours and hours a week you could be putting in towards your business. Not to be brutal there, but it's true. And if you are going to be watching something, find something to get your brain in a good place. Find something you can learn from. Same thing with your reading. Language shapes your thoughts. Be positive. What are you saying to yourself? What is going through your head? When we're talking about stopping those negative thoughts in a minute. But the one for that is creating a drama-free zone. Who hates drama? I hate girl drama. I don't like it. I don't do it. And I don't do it on Facebook. And I don't like to defriend or make people upset because there's political things, there's religious things, there's lots of mommy wars on vaccines, et cetera, et cetera. What I do is if someone is very into those types of things, I tend to unfollow their posts. I don't defriend anybody, but I don't necessarily engage with people that aren't going to get me where I need to go and help my brain be in a good place. Show your appreciation for others. I love this 30-day thankful piece that a lot of us are doing on Facebook right now to be thankful. And customers want to feel appreciated. Your team wants to feel appreciated. And definitely your family and friends who may be customers and should be customers need to feel that. The more you give out, the more that's going to come back to you. So stop those negative thoughts in your head, whatever they are. If you think those things, it's going to come around. What you think about, you bring about. The law of attraction. Nobody wants to be around a Debbie Downer or someone that thinks they're not very good. A confident person will say, "I can't wait to book a party with you. Would you like this week or this week?" A negative person or a nervous person is going to say, "Would you like to? If you could, it'd be really nice. You'd be helping me out, etc." I don't want to book with that person at all. That doesn't sound like fun. So get those negative thoughts out of your head and get positive. Be grateful for everything. Live in an attitude of gratitude. So in your journal tonight, write 3 things that you're thankful for. Recharge your batteries. This program will do that for you and will give you energy you need so you can do the homework and assignments and have success. I would also say that you can go from one extreme to the other of not working your business much to working your business 24/7 and missing out on life. So what is it that recharges you? I hope it's people. To spend time with those people in your life that are important. Spend time doing an activity you enjoy to recharge your batteries. The emotional cycle of sales. Did you know there was an emotional cycle of sales? Well, there is. And if you're a new consultant, you might go through this emotional cycle every day, 2 or 3 times. If you're a more seasoned leader, you've been through this once or twice and you kind of get into different phases. So we'll go through each phase and you can kind of see when you hear one, if you hear a little aha, ooh, that's me, make a little note. So the first is excitement. Hey, you got your starter kit. You're so pumped. You can't believe that there's such a thing as Jamboree. It's so fantastic. You want to shout it from the rooftops. You want to share it with everybody. You're motivated. You have set your goals. You can't wait to book parties and sell and build your team. And it's awesome. Okay. So, and if you have gone through the cycle and you're getting ready to recommit, what you need to do to get excited is read about Jamboree, attend an event, book a party, book a home party, start getting things moving and grooving in your business. Find a way that makes you eager to try Jamboree. I always say, I get excited every week I get to put my new manicure on. So if nothing else, girlfriend, do your nails. You will get excited. The next phase you go into is frustration. Yep, stuff happens. You have a hostess that backs out. You have hostesses that don't do what you want them to do. They're not involved. They're MIA. The people aren't interacting. Maybe your party had no sales, so you had no bookings from it, and your calendar looks blank. You can't find a recruit. You got to recruit. The recruit isn't doing what you want. You're frustrated. Natural happens. Then what happens? Doubt. You start to lose your confidence. You start to blame other people. It's my recruit's fault that I'm not getting my TRV. I've had horrible hostesses and I can't find people to sell to because the market's saturated. La. Or somebody tells you, you know what, that was a good run. You gave it a good try. I don't think this is meant for you. You doubt, why am I doing all this? The next thing you do is creative avoidance. Oh, who has not creatively avoided something you don't want to do? It happened in college for sure to me. I had the cleanest room in the dorm and had done all sorts of beauty treatments, but I hadn't done my paper. And that's what you'll do. You do all kinds of work. You find time to, wash off everything in your house and clean it all up, and you've reorganized all your drawers, but you haven't done anything in Jamboree because you quote unquote don't have any time. And you also find excuses for, I can't book a party because this is coming up in my kid's school, and I can't book a party because this is happening in my life, and blah, 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 blah. That's creative reavoidance. You get too busy to do it. Then what happens? Recommitment. You start to remember your why. Hopefully you get recommitted, because during creative avoidance, you could do one of two things. You could go into a dark place and disappear and say, I'm just not going to do Jamboree anymore. Or you're going to get kind of angry and say, you know what? This isn't going to get me down. One bad party is not going to equal my success. One bad hostess, one bad experience is not going to be the end of my story with this. So you recommit. You have an aha moment. You remember your why. You get excited to keep going. Maybe it's Power Jam. Maybe it is going to conference or calling somebody like me in your upline or messaging me. It's got to be getting that positive, forward-moving energy. So like I said, as leaders, you're going to go through this one or two times. As new consultants, you might be doing this daily. So I can tell you that for me, I was very excited and quick moved into frustration my second month when I had 3 hostesses back out, and I had a party with no sales. My next party had 1 sale, one sheet sold, but guess what? That was to Miss Joanna Burton, and Joanna then joined my team later, and I found a way to make a lovely batch of lemonade out of what was considered a lemon month. And I dug in and I said, this isn't going to be how it's going to work. I'm going to find new ways. And I read about hostess coaching, and I contacted 10 friends, and I booked parties, and I'm still in parties booked from some of those parties I booked from friends, because they book parties who book parties, and it expanded my network hugely. And I learned about fundraisers. I took it as an opportunity to learn and grow. So it can work out when you get through the cycles, but you have to dig in and recommit. What is your why? When you purchased your starter kit, you were excited. Since then, you may have had some ups and downs, or maybe you just got it and you're still excited. But what is keeping you driven to do more with Jamboree is your vision. Okay, it's where you want to go. So what is your why? Really think about it. It may have changed since you started, and that's okay. Get centered and think about why you are doing this. Why are you here in this program? What are you going to do the homework for? Why are you in Power Jam? Is it to spend more time with your kids? Is it to prepare for retirement? Maybe you are saving up money for something in your home or a vacation. Maybe you just want to have a little extra to spend on yourself or your kids. What brings you joy in the business? What gets you pumped? So think about how you feel when you achieve what that big vision is, whether it's small or large. What keeps you from making calls and doing the work? Why aren't you getting to that point? take a moment to think about your why. And if you have a journal, write it down and center yourself and think about all those pieces. I'm going to take a little pause while you do that. All right, so I challenge you to recommit to your goal, your vision, and your why. I want you to share your why, write that down with an upline, with me, with your sponsor, or post it wherever you feel comfortable. So vision, and I love this, is the impulse pulling us to distinguish who and what we are capable of. It is the divine adventure into self-discovery where our greatest attributes are activated. So by having a vision, by having a clear direction of where you want Jamboree to go for you, you are going to bring out the best part of yourself in this process. You're going to learn, and you're going to be able to make steps to get to that point. Do you have a mission and a purpose in Jamboree? Do you know why you're in it? Do you know how you want to impact the lives of other women that you meet, of your family, of your friends, of your spouse? When you're at your best, you can fulfill the goals of your team members, your family, and your community. So your why will lead you to your mission and your purpose. All right, goal setting. You know we do this in Jamboree every month. We ask, what are your goals? And I could see some of you, if you haven't heard of SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, results-focused, and time-focused. These are the way to make those goals attainable and achievable. Because when you have a very vague goal like, oh, I'd like to move up a rank and I'd like to have a couple parties and make some sales. Okay, that doesn't tell me when, how you're going to do it, etc. It's why when we do goals, we do things like, okay, I would like to have blank PRV. I'd like to have $500 in PRV. I would like to achieve, lead consultant status. I would like to have this much TRV, this much PRV, and then we break it down to how many parties do you have to do, how many hostesses you have to call to get those parties booked, how many sales do you have to have, all the way down, how many new team members you need to bring on, how are you going to help them be successful so they can meet their goals, which helps you reach your goals. And then when you're looking at the goal setting, there's your big goal, which is your vision, where you want to go to eventually, your mid goal, and that is something in between that makes the big goal not seem so far away. And then the last one is your immediate goal. And this is the monthly goal that needs to be reset every month, which is why we have us do that on our team page. And what you're going to achieve this month, what kind of achievement you're going to have, and maybe next year at national conference. The immediate goal is what's going to drive you in your business. All right, here we are. We're at the last slide. Homework. Yes, you have homework, and this is homework that's going to help you. It's going to be fun homework. This isn't go research at the library. This is hey, let's get to work in our business and learn what's going on with you and how you can be more successful. So the first is identify pockets of time. Create your schedule to grow your business, okay? Now your schedule may be all kinds of cattywampus, like you have 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here, an hour here. That's okay. Whatever works for you is what's going to work. But find those pockets of time where you're not at work, when you're not doing things with your kids specifically, like, okay, this time I can make lunch. So clearly during lunch making time, you can't be doing Jamboree. But you can quickly check on Jamboree on the Facebook. But anyway, find those pockets of time that you're going to work your business. Next is evaluate where you are in that emotional cycle. Are you excited? Are you in doubt? Are you recommitting? Write it down and define those steps that are going to help you remain positive and grow in your business. Next, you're going to have a daily vitamin. It's going to be a phone call you can call in each weekday and the weekend message 6 days a week, and it will be available by 12 noon each day. And it's a new team manager will probably be speaking on that. I'm doing a couple of them, but there's 10 of us, and you're going to hear an uplifting message to start your day or rejuvenate the middle of your day, depending where you are in the country. And then I want you to visualize where your team is going to be from 3 months from now. Create an affirmation statement, a positive affirmation statement describing what you see. Write it down and post it somewhere where you'll see it daily. And if you feel like it, share it on social media where appropriate. Share it maybe on your business page, share pieces of it Definitely on the Power Jam page and on our team page would be very exciting, would motivate people. The next piece is kind of a choose your own adventure. You can do all of these, but you need to select at least 3 to complete. The first is a power hour. You can do power hour every day, or you can do it maybe 2 or 3 times a week. This is 60 minutes where you focus on income generating activities. So this is not the time where you're on Facebook liking things and saying your kids are cute and I love your kitty, etc. And oh, look at this funny quiz I took. None of that. You are doing things like booking parties, looking at hostesses, following up with customers and customer care calls, doing interviews with recruits, and networking opportunities. You were saying, there's a ladies' lunch in here, I'm going to go. Oop, there's a mommy group I'm going to join, etc. Where you can meet people and expand your network, or a vendor event. The next is conduct 20 customer care calls. Yes, on the telephone. If you do not have their phone number, because I know there's various customers, I don't know what their phone number is, you can go ahead and just send them a message on Facebook. Do a personal voice message, not the little typed up something you send. Write it down what you want to say. Send them a message. This is a care call. This is a care call. This isn't a, hey, you're going to buy stuff from me call. This is a, hey, how the wrap's working out for you? Hey, I was thinking of you because I saw this wrap and it just was calling your name type of thing. Book 2 parties. Book 2 parties. That would be fantastic. You want to load up that December calendar the first 2 weeks. I'm telling you, once we hit the 3rd, 4th week, people are likely to not want to book a party. From my past experience and what you guys know about the holidays is that it gets crazy. If you have a large Jewish population, or you yourself are Jewish, you need to think about that as well, that how is that going to affect holiday sales and your parties. Conduct a party. Hopefully you're doing a party, an hour-long party, a home party, a Facebook party this week. And last is hold a recruiting interview. And I will be giving you some tips on how to do that in a personal message. I did these all the time with Mary Kay. They are very valuable. They are valuable to do on the phone and in person, where you just talk to people about the opportunity. And if you don't know where to go from that, we will talk about a recruiting binder and what you can put in it so you can just have a conversation. And the biggest piece with that is you're not selling them. Here's all the great things about Jamberry. You are asking them questions about their life and seeing where Jamberry could be a blessing for them, yes or no. So that's it for this week. I don't want to mess something up.